Well, Nick Daws, not the outcome we wanted on Saturday, but what's been the response of the squad since they've come in this morning?
Yeah, fantastic. Disappointed. I think we felt that we did enough to win the game. Obviously, apart from not taking our chances, so then to concede a goal in the manner that we did at the end is really disappointing. And the boys were gutted afterwards because I think they felt that we should have taken 3 points from the game. But that's the way it is. You got to bounce back and go again, and the games come thick and fast in this period. So Hull tomorrow night, and really looking forward to it.
Yes, indeed, back on a big stage as well, and that's what this club does well, doesn't it? Gets back on a big stage.
I think it's important. I think the key is whether you win. It's your response to whatever happens the previous game. So whether you win, lose or draw on a Saturday, you've got to go and try and win on a Tuesday night. And it's a great place to go. I'm not sure how many of the boys would have played there. Fantastic stadium. Again, shame that there are not supporters in there. But yeah, we'll go up there full of confidence because I think apart from a couple of little tweaks in both boxes, I think we've been good. So yeah, looking to go there and get a win.
We spoke in the summer when you were putting the squad together about that, getting that blend of experience and youth, and we're seeing signs of that now, aren't we, coming together?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, since we last spoke, we've added Sets back into the group, who, despite being only in his early 20s, is an experienced player. He's had 3 loans now. This is his 4th loan, obviously twice to ourselves. Gone back to Birmingham and played some games. So he's an old head on younger shoulders and brings personality to the squad, which is good. And the likes of Woody and the likes of Callum Riley and Luke O'Neill's, the boys that we've mentioned before. Ollie Palmer coming back into the group and training is great. So we're in a good place.
And that's the key thing for supporters to remember as well, isn't it? It's the squad that's at the start of its cycle, not the end of its cycle. It's got years of seasons to come, hasn't it?
100%. And I think when we were recruiting during the summer through lockdown and into what became the pre-season, it was important that we got players that were going to be as best as we could guarantee it on the training pitch every day, and bar a couple of bits and pieces, that's been the case. Giving the manager a headache in terms of selection. Training's been competitive every day, and we know if there's an injury or a suspension or a loss of form that there's somebody to step in. And I guess in the case of Ethan Chisler coming in for Callum Riley a few weeks ago, then that's been proved to the case. Callum's up to his levels again, and he's ready to come back in. Anthony Hardigan's not in the team, and there's a few others as well. Shea Alexander, the boys that are playing in the EFL Trophy, have done really, really well. So it's great for a management team, to have that at your disposal.
With deadline day having come and gone, it's good to have a settled squad. I guess you were only looking to enhance it if it really the situation became available, but we didn't really feel the need to.
No, we've had an eye on a couple of options for a long time now. The season starting complicated that because players that you may have wanted to add, are in and around their squads, and because of the current situation, both financially and the amount of games in this condensed period up until the 1st of January, then managers are reluctant to let players out. So it's about getting that balance right. But no, we said the same thing last January. We had the conversations about it. It's important that when you make decisions, you make the right decisions and not snap judgments. And I think we're comfortable that we made the right decisions, and we go into the next period of time where we've got 6 games with a good hungry squad, and that's what you want.
Hull City having come down, they've restructured very well indeed. They've hit the ground running. Only 1 defeat, second in the table. What are we expecting from them?
Yeah, they have. Actually spoke to their sporting director a couple of times, and I know the staff there. I work with Andy Dawson at Scunthorpe, who's there 23s now. So I speak to Andy on a regular basis. Yeah, I think they have. I think they've recruited well. They've recruited players for League One. Richie Smallwood, Hakeem Delican. They've obviously got players like Wilkes that was there before, and McGuinness that have played at this level and done well with their previous clubs. So yeah, it's certainly a competitive squad. It's certainly a squad with experience. But again, I don't think anything to fear, and I think that's where we're at the moment. We're in such a good place ourselves that we don't fear anybody, and that's the way it should be. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get 3 points, in the game, but that's what we'll endeavour to do, and we'll go there trying to do that, and then look to the weekend. Sure.
team there's only just a few youngsters on that injury list at the moment, so we're going up there with a pretty strong squad.
Yeah, as far as we're at, nothing's really changed. You know, we're going there with a squad. Manager will decide whether that's going to be the same team as Saturday or whether we make some changes. But you know, whatever team goes out, you know, it'll give a good account of itself. And again, reiterate, hopefully we'll come back with a smile on our face.
And Ollie Palmer as well, he's edging close to getting back into contention as well. But I suppose he'll be coming in really useful when he's up against those big defenders as well, like we had on Saturday.
Yeah, for sure, it'll give us that extra dimension. Ollie's got more to his game than just being a big 6'5" target man, for sure. You know, he's been really bright in the last week in training. He's getting better and fitter and sharper with each session that we do, and he'll pose a real threat for League One defences between now and the end of the season. So he'll have to be patient, I'm sure, to get that opportunity, because Joe Piggott and Ryan Longman have done so well. As Adam Roscoe has had to do as well, only had bit parts in the league. So yeah, the addition of Ollie and you know, and the fact that we've got players, bright attacking players like Jack Rudoni and Ethan Chislett that can play in and around that area of the pitch, you know, then it adds competition, and we've got adaptable players as well. So we've got a whole host of options available to us.
Just finally as well, at a time when supporters can't get into the grounds at the moment, they're reliant, of course, on services like our commentary, and we're getting in positive messages from fans all around the world. You guys obviously really appreciate that at these times, and the supporters are out there backing us.
Oh, 100%. I think it really is challenging for supporters not to be able to see. Obviously, they can get on iFollow and see the game if it's available on there, and that's great. But it's nothing like being in the stadium. But every service that's available, you know, whether it be following it on Twitter or the commentary at the game, you know, is vitally important to keep people in touch with, you know, what is round the corner, and that's hopefully, you know, an influx of fans into stadiums, and obviously from our point of view, even more so, moving back to Plough Lane in a few weeks.
Yeah, is it hard to sort of keep your eye off that at the moment? You've got to focus on Hull when we've got the new stadium coming up on the horizon?
Yeah, it is a little bit, because obviously we're talking about getting training sessions there and having a test event, you know, for COVID, just to make sure that all those protocols are in place. So it is a little bit, but when a game comes around, it's really easy for us to focus. It's kind of a side issue that we're all looking forward to, and making plans to get down there and, like I said, have a few training sessions before hopefully the Doncaster game. So yeah, really exciting, and you know, personally following the Instagram pictures on a daily basis that get updated. So you know, every new set of seats that goes in, and every little tweak and change, and the goals going in, and the pitch getting marked out is fantastic. So yeah, it's getting really exciting.
Nick, thanks for your time.
You're welcome.